Hey guys, so today, or just right now, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something that I've been struggling with. And I don't know if this is going to turn into a video because I am in the middle of this thing that I'm about to share with you guys. And yeah, I'm not sure that it's going to be a short enough journey where I can share it in a video, but I thought that I want to be relatable on my channel, and so this is something that I think is very relatable, and so I want to talk to you guys about it. But basically, I'm just going to do a little backstory. So last year, when I was 18, I moved out of my parents' house and moved to a different city where I was dancing ballet with a ballet company, and yeah, a lot of things played into my year last year, but basically I had a job that I didn't love. Basically it was just a really crappy year, and then this past spring COVID happened, so that was great. Then fast forward to this year, I'm 19, I'm going back to the ballet school because that is what I love. I grew up at that studio dancing and I want to be a part of their program. So that's like the constant in the story so far, and Jesus. But yeah, so basically last year I struggled with a lot of anxiety, and there are two videos which may or may not be right up here that I made, or actually there were 3 videos that I made based on my anxiety story, and I'll try to put them up here or link them in the description. And basically, yeah, that was a struggle, and I really struggled with anxiety last year and didn't really know what to do with the struggle in certain situations except for to get rid of the situation after it had gone on for a while. Like, I didn't know how to deal with it besides just trying to constantly like battle that feeling and stuff. So anyway, I have been home for the last like 7 months with... Hello? Hi, yes. Good, how are you? That call may have ruined this whole video. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so basically what happened is So at this point in the video, that was the first initial call to schedule my first interview at Panera Bread. I don't think I ever clarified or specified that in the video, but that's what was happening, and that's why I said that this might have ruined this whole video. So, there's that piece of info. So I went back to go to my ballet school, and I could not get a job. And I tried and have been trying to get a job. I really want to work at a cafe as a barista, but I don't have any experience, and no one wants to hire someone with that experience with the availability that I have. So I've been trying to get like a cafe job, or like my horizons have been opening as I've not gotten a job. But basically I don't really want to work in like retail and some other things like that. I just don't really want to do that. But anyway, so I've been trying to get a job, and I don't want a job that doesn't have community. And so I last year worked with a family, and so it was just the family that I got to be with, and that was a little bit hard because I kind of wanted to be with a little bit more of a diverse and maybe a little bit bigger group of people. So anyway, basically, like, I've been really struggling with that, and with like my faith and how that goes along with that, because I've been asking the Lord for a job and I haven't been getting any open doors. And so it's been really hard. Yeah, it's been really hard to find where I stand, I guess, because I know that the Lord is providing for me, and yet I'm really struggling to see how he's gonna do that. And like, yeah, it's just hard. So anyway, that's like I want to like build on this video, but for today, that's what I want to tell you guys. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have something that you're really struggling with in your life, that it's just like, how could God come through here, or why isn't he coming through? Because that's what I've been experiencing a little bit, and I know the Lord is faithful, and so that's really hard because I know that he wants to provide for me, and yet I'm not sure why. Yeah, why? So anyway, I hope that relates to some of you guys, and I will come back in another clip another day and update y'all. Okay, so it's the next day, and I had a job interview today. And I asked for Sundays off because that is a Sabbath day for me that I need to take as a rest, but because of my dance schedule, it seems like I don't have that much availability to anyone who's going to hire me, because it's just the afternoons and evenings. And so basically they were like, we don't know, and I need to have another interview tomorrow. Which is like really hard to hear, because I like got so like full of nerves, and then they're like, yeah, you're gonna do it again tomorrow. But then also I just don't know if I'm supposed to take this job, because it seems like I'm pushing through a door rather than the door opening. And to be honest, the Lord has been promising me opportunities, and so I'm waiting, and I'm wondering like what it will be. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And again, I'm not sure I'm gonna put this on YouTube, but yeah. So, but the reason I wanted to share all this is because I do want y'all to see the whole story, because like, no matter how it unfolds, God is faithful, and that is the point of this video. So anyway, we shall see what happens. Okay, so in the last clip, I was at the verge of tears, because honestly, I felt like I couldn't even cry though, because it was just like so much stuff going on. Okay, so now I have to recap because I haven't been talking to you guys. So I had an interview. Actually, I had 2 interviews. So I went one day and there were 2 people I needed to talk to. The second person was on the phone. So I had to go in a second time the day after. And the first interview went terrible and I cried. The second interview went better and I like basically laughed afterward. I feel like I was like, wow, this might actually happen. Then I didn't get a call. They said I would get a call that day. Didn't get a call. So then I was like, okay, I probably don't have a job. And I got really anxious because I just didn't know how I was going to pay rent without a job. And so I'm freaking out about all this stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I talked to my mom and she was like, you just can't be anxious anymore. You need to stop. You can't. Anxiety and worry is not going to move the people, and it's not going to move your situation. You're not going to be able to make yourself get a job by worrying about it. And I was like, you know what? She's right. It's true. It's not going to happen. So I was like, Lord, I'm going to have to trust you and be thankful in the waiting, which I knew all along. I listened to a sermon last night when I was like feeling really torn up about it. And the guy used the verse from James 5:10, I believe it's 5:10, that says, humble yourselves before God and he will lift you up. So I was like, okay, I have been hearing this word being like humility, humble, throughout this whole summer. And there was just a block. Like, I understood that I needed to be humble, but there was a block as to like how to be humble and what it looked like in my life. And so basically I was just like, okay, Lord, like I'll be humble, I guess. But I wasn't really acting on it because I didn't really understand. And then last night listening to that sermon, the guy was saying in the middle of the words pride and anxiety is the word I. It's focusing on yourself, I, in the exact middle of these words. And I was like, wow, he's so right. And so I was just like, Lord, I'm sorry. I can't control, I can't worry, I can't do this anymore. And you're the only one who's going to turn the table or whatever, tip the scale. And so I have to just trust you and lean into you. And so I did. And today I was just worshiping and being like, Jesus, you have it, you know. And if I run out of money, if I can't pay rent, if whatever happens, my worst nightmare happens, you know, and you're the one who is going to provide for me. So then this afternoon, I was just working for my grandparents, something that I do on the weekends, and which that in and of itself is already the Lord's provision that I have that little job. That's just an extra blessing, I guess. And so I got a call when I had finished working. Right then, I got a call from the interviewer, and he said, I don't see why we can't give you a job. And so yeah, I'm really thankful right now, and I think there's a lot more to this story, also to the anxiety, because I have never had such bad anxiety as the last like 4 days, and that means I've never gotten to that place where I didn't trust Jesus to that extent, and that's not okay. Yeah, I tried, but I felt like I couldn't trust him. Like, the Bible became meaningless to me almost, which sounds terrible saying, but it became like dull, and I didn't want to read it, and I didn't for like, I mean, I read it, but I just didn't comprehend it. I didn't value it those days, and I was just not trusting the Lord. I just didn't, yeah, there was nothing in me. So yes, I need to trust the Lord more. That is like the moral of the story, but also just believe, instead of trying to force myself, believe that he does have my good in mind, and that if I don't get a job, that's good for me. Somehow, even though I can't see it. Yeah, there's a lot more to the story, but I hope that that much is understood by you guys, and that what is going on inside of me makes sense to you, so that it's not coming out unclear. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and yeah, thank you, Jesus. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that brings some hope and joy into your guys' lives. Yeah. Hello. All right, so I need to come on here and finish the story of my job search and the anxiety around that and the prayer around that and how the Lord worked it all out. So what happened? I moved in and couldn't find the job or like a job. I felt like I applied to, like, it wasn't that many places, but all my first choice jobs I had applied to, and I was just waiting, and I was like, I really want a job, so Lord, please provide something that I've been wanting to do that would kind of like match my perfect little box. And it was not happening. So finally, I went to my last resort, and I applied to a Panera Bread. And at this specific job, specific one, both of my friends work at this Panera Bread. And I was like, wow, like, I don't really want to have the same job as all my friends. Not because I don't want to be with them, but because it just felt like, I don't know, like I was copying them or something. And so I talked to one of my friends and was just like, what do you think about it? And yeah, is my mind off here? And she was basically like, it's fine, like, if this is the job that the Lord wants you to have, then you shouldn't be upset about it or whatever. Anyway, so long story short, I got a job there, and it's been really good, and I also have a housekeeping job, so I have 2 jobs. And the Lord has been so faithful in the thing that I was weak in, and so faithful in my insecurities, that he just has proven himself so strong and so faithful in my weakness. And I'm so grateful I have these jobs. I'm well provided for, and I never needed to worry, and I don't need to worry because he's got it. And I think something that the reason why I didn't want this YouTube video to go up is because it feels like there's going to be other things that I doubt him, and I don't want to be inconsistent or show people that I struggle. But that is life. That's real. And that's why we have the Lord, because in our weakness and in the things that we maybe do fall over and over again, he's still faithful, and he's still gonna show up in our weakness and be what we can't be. And I want you guys to be encouraged by that in your weakness he's strong. And if you feel like you have fallen off and done the same thing that you told him you wouldn't do anymore, that he's still there following you and loving you and chasing you and providing for you. So that was like so cool for me, and I've kind of been in denial that he really did it for me, but I know that he did. And today, actually, I do this sometimes where I'll be like, Lord, it'd be really cool if this happened, like, that'd be fun. And I never, yeah, it's just for fun, I guess. And so today I woke up and I was like, that would be cool if this specific song, I think it's called Great Things by Phil Wickham, maybe, Yeah, I was like, that'd be so cool if that song played at church today, but like, it's fine if it doesn't, whatever. Totally forgot. Went to church and we worshiped. There was a sermon and then we worshiped again. The pastor prayed and he was like, have a great day. You know, we'll see you next week. And I was like, oh, this was so good. Like, thank you, Jesus. And then right as we're walking out, the song plays. It was their last like closing song as everyone left the sanctuary. And I was like, right there in the sanctuary was just like, what? Really? And my friends are like, why are you freaking out? And I just remembered that I had been like, that'd be really cool if that song played. And the Lord did it. So just little things like that I find so, just, I don't know. It really wows me, and it does show that the Lord is listening and he cares and he wants to, show himself to us. He wants us to see that he's working in our lives and what he's doing. So that is the end of my story, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that it really encourages you, because he is faithful and what he says is going to come to pass, whether it be in your timing, whether it be in what you think it will look like. It doesn't really, it might not, but he will do it in his timing, in his way, and it's going to be good. So yeah, I hope that that is just a good message for you today and that you feel blessed and encouraged. And if you think someone else needs to hear this, then send it their way for them to see. And yeah, I hope this encourages you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like this video, subscribe down below, and comment what you would like to see next, because it's a beautiful season and I would love video ideas from you guys of what to do and what you want to see. So I will see you guys next week, and I hope you have a great week.